Hi, it's me, Debbie. Today, my intro is going to be a little bit different, and it'll be obvious in a few minutes why. I would personally like to thank all my listeners, my friends, my family, business contacts, and everyone for supporting me with the passing of my twin sister, Letitia, to COVID-19. I felt like my world had stopped. I felt like the oxygen from my body had been ripped away from me. I've been away for a little over a month now. It's been hard for me to deal, but I had to come back to myself, my business, my friends, my family, my business vendors. I had to come back. At my lowest point, I could hear my sister saying, "Get up, you got this, girl. Come on, let's do what we do. We were born to succeed, is in our blood." So I got my strength a few days ago by asking myself, how can I deal losing my sister, losing my twin, and losing my best friend? And my inner voice said, dedicate this whole year of success and accomplishment to her. I could hear her saying, you got this. So I had to get up. So I'm here and I'm back. So with that being said, this is for you, Letitia, my other part of me. I'm ready to deal and I'm ready to take up where I left off. So let's get to it. And I want to say welcome back to my listening audience. Welcome back, guys. Top of the morning to you. Welcome to the Auspicious Wellness, Optimal Wellness podcast. I'm doing this from my heart, and I'm doing it in love. Come on in and have a virtual seat at the table. I'm broadcasting live and in studio. We don't do ordinary, but we endeavor to bring you an extraordinary and informative session, which is evidence-based. This is your hour of wellness power with the Auspicious Wellness Experience. You know who I am. My name is Debbie Smith Torrance. I'm your host. I'm a life and health coach, certified in both. I'm manufacturing cannabinoid molecules, for short CBD. I'm an IT developer, and now I'm proud to say I am a minority-owned business certified, a woman business entity certified, and also registered with the federal government. And I'm just so happy to be able to just give. Sometimes it's not always about what you get. Sometimes it's about what you give. And so we're broadcasting live on the Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Alexa, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Deezer, Listen Note, Podbean, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Castro, Castbox, Podbean, Spreaker, Player FM, and FFmpg. I want to give our disclaimer before we get started. This podcast is not intended to treat, cure, prevent treatment with your physician. Always contact your physician and medical provider for treatment and medical care and advice. Okay? So, where we left off at, we were into the detox your body and detox your mind. And so we're taking up where we left off. This is part 3. We've already covered part 1, detoxing your mind, which is recorded in this series. Part 2, detoxing your body in relation to nutrition and deficiencies. We covered the circulatory system, the nervous system, and the respiratory system was the podcast directly before this one. Detoxing your mind was the podcast 2 podcasts ago in relation to this one that you're listening to. So where we're going to start out today is the human body organ system. So let's get going. The organ systems of the human body all have specific functions, and we all know that. Our bodies are made up of 12 basic organ systems that manage all the essential body functions. These systems will while they are independent, can become out of tune. When one is not functioning properly, the others will attempt to correct the problem and overcompensate. All the systems will work together to create what is known as homeostasis, or a state of balance within the body. The 11 organ systems include, now you know what, everybody knows I get tongue-tied, and I've been struggling with this word, and I always have, but I'm going to try to say it again, the integumentary system. The skeletal system, the muscular system, the lymphatic system, the respiratory system, the digestive system, the nervous system, the endocrine system, the cardiovascular system, the urinary system, and last but not least, coming next week, is the endocannabinoid system based on science. So let's get started with the first one, which is my tongue tire. But you know what? I always tell people, try and overcome what you think you can't do, and you'd be surprised with what you can do. So with that being said, the integumentary system, look at that. That's what I just said. Is what I call the covering of our bodies, which is our skin, our hair, and our nails. Okay? The integumentary system is the only system that's located outside of our bodies. This system is our skin. The integumentary system is the largest organ of the body. You'd be surprised. It covers 15 to 20% of our total body mass. It acts as a barrier to physical, chemical, and biological agents. Like if you fall down and you fall and you're on the concrete and you skin up your skin. Well, then that's protection, even though it didn't feel good, but the skin is protecting our body. The skin prevents water loss, regulates body temperature. It transmits the sense of touch, pain, and pleasure. It transmits the sense of touch. It transmits all those things, okay? And it also maintains its own body temperature by secreting sweat. So when we overheat, we sweat. The hair lubricates the scalp, which secretes pheromones and cools our warm. It cools or either, and it also warms our head. So it's like you could be too hot or you could be too cold in the winter, and the pheromones will keep us warm or cool us. The nails protect our fingers, which are major tools used for protecting ourselves and providing ourselves with food, shelter, and sensation. The skin leaves us most vulnerable when it's compromised by open wounds, allowing infectious agents into the body. And also, disorders associated with the skin to include acne, cholera acne, dermatitis, eczema, hives, lupus, psoriasis, and also other autoimmune diseases affecting keratin, pores, and hair, cancer, and tumors of the skin such as melanomas and basal cell carcinomas. So what do we do? Well, you want to do what you can do, and you want to look at in terms of prevention. The best that you can. Prevention is what you can do. So let's look at nutrition in terms of prevention. This is what I call skincare nutrition by what we should eat, not what we put on our bodies. Eating food from all 5 food groups is essential to our integumentary system. Dairy and also alternatives, fruit, grain, cereals, and foods of that nature, lean meat, poultry, fish, eggs, tofu, nuts, seeds, legumes, beans, vegetables, which are and then also legumes and beans, again, is, what I really want to focus on because they're very high in protein also. Nutrition is the foundation to skincare, the strength of the integumentary system. So what I want to do is to identify some foods in a different way of identifying them. That's just in naming them. But what the why and the what we call, what are you doing and why are you doing it? Okay, so now we're going to do the why and the what. And so these food groups are essential to the integumentary system. So let's look at the skin nutrition where we're going to start. Avocados. That's what? And they're a good source of biotin, which prevents our skin from being so dry. So what we want to look at that is just say, hey, I want to look at how internally I can work on hydrating my skin. Besides for drinking water. We know water is a good hydrator for the skin. Green tea is a good source of polyphenols as well, and that's like an antioxidant. Tomatoes slow down cellular damage. So if you're aging, are you eating right? If you're pre-aging, are you eating right? Salmon improves skin elasticity. And also, too, one other thing, are you in the sun too much? Because if you are in the sun too much, then your skin is going to be like leather. So are you putting things on your skin to protect you? Eggs, a complete source of protein, and it also contains biotin. Walnut contains omega-3 fatty acids, which create smoother and shiny hair, okay? Create smoother skin and shinier hair, and that's true. A lot of people comment on my skin. They say it glows. My routine is not just anti-aging skincare creams and topicals. I do treat my skin, but a lot of what I just said is incorporated in my diet on a weekly basis, along with lots of water for hydration. To get the glowing complexion it takes work inside and out. like 8 to 12 glasses of water every day. But when you're drinking your water, then you're hydrating your organs. You're making sure you're taking care of your digestive tract. It's a lot of great benefits to water. And a lot of people are sick because they don't have the proper hydration. They don't drink enough water. And a lot of people, that's a major cause of people being sick. So let's go back. We must remember vegetables and fruit naturally are water-based foods, and they're great for hydration and for the digestive system. Fruits and vegetables, plant-based foods, naturally have a chemical called polyphenols. This food is naturally found in plants. This chemical, like I said, is known to be an anti-inflammatory that improves heart health, slows down aging, and helps prevent cancer. Fruit and vegetables have no fat content, they are very low in calories. So let us go deeper into the nutritional side of what and why. That's what I would like to call it, what and why. What and how come? So vitamin A, eat apricots, nectarines, carrots, spinach, sweet potatoes, squash for excellent night vision and shiny eyes. You probably want to listen to this a few times because I've been gone for a while and I really, really want to pour into you. And I really am dedicating this to my sister in a way that I felt that she would want me to work with people to give them what I can give them. Vitamin B, healthy red blood cells, and plenty of energy. Cause for meat, fish, poultry, whole wheat, leafy greens, vegetables, and dried beans. Vitamin C, that would be for strong teeth, gums, bones, muscular, and to ward off colds. Also, is like I said, it's great for your muscles. Oranges, strawberries, broccoli, peppers, spinach, and cabbage. Take care of what keeps you moving. Take care of what keeps you eating. Strong teeth, gums, and bones. For strong teeth and bone, milk, eggs, salmon, and liver. Take care of what keeps you eating. Okay, who, what, why, we're on that. To protect the vitamin E, to protect the tissue in your skin, your eyes, your liver, and lungs. Sunflower seeds, leafy green vegetables, nuts, avocados, and food made with corn oil. Vitamin K, for bloods that clot quickly when your skin is cut. Eat broccoli, spinach, lettuce, cabbage, and cheese. Calcium, tall and straight posture. All of us want to have great posture. And not only that, we want to have a beautiful smile. Eat yogurt, cheese, and broccoli. Drink 3 to 4 glasses of milk each day. And I want to capitalize on, again, and emphasizing on drinking 8 to 12 glasses of water for maximum skin health and also for your health, period. Okay? Hydrating all the organs and the systems of the body, keeping them hydrated for what we need to be able to function. Iron, healthy blood supply, full of oxygen. This is what you need. You want foods that help with the healthy blood supply and help you with oxygen to the body. Red meat, baked potatoes, apricots, raisins, dried beans, and whole grain breads. What I am trying to do is to get you to get back to the basics for maximum nutritional health. Now, where are we going to cover? We're going to go cover the musculoskeletal system, which includes both systems, bones and joints. Now, this one is very important because you got to really listen up. The skeletal system supports and protects the body's internal organs. Imagine your body without ribs. You could not protect your lungs. And many people would puncture their lungs. Some people die from punctured lungs. So a lot of things, you couldn't really protect your brain. The ribs, I'm going to get to it. The ribs protect the abdominal organs, which are both vulnerable to injury and dangerous to our well-being when injured. So imagine that you were in a car accident and you didn't have a musculoskeletal system. What do you think will happen to your liver? What do you think will happen to your kidneys? You got to think about those things. So we must think about keeping our bones healthy. The skull protects our brain, which controls all functions of our bodies and minds. So imagine if you had a head injury and you didn't have a skull, well, that might very well be the